Now, police investigations are continuing into the Tulbagh mass shootings, which rocked the Western Cape earlier this week. 4 people aged 28 to 35 were gunned down. The 5th victim remains in hospital. Nobesuthu Ejana is in that small town for an update on the story and joins us now. Good morning, Nobesuthu. Very, very horrific incident. What more do we know about this shooting?
Well, Mfundo, we know that the family of one of the victims, Tulbagh, is shocked, and the sister was telling me that he was in the country for less than a year. He actually arrived in South Africa last year in August. We know that 3 of the victims were Lesotho nationals and 1 was South African, and also the person of interest or the suspect in this case is also believed to be a Lesotho national who was in the country illegally. But just to get more sense on the story, I'm joined by the MEC as well as the brigadier in this particular case. MEC Regan Ellen, just talk to us about what you've been told by the police regarding this particular shooting.
I have received a briefing by the South African Police Service, and I'm delighted to be standing alongside the acting cluster commander, Brigadier Sonjani. We have in this briefing found out that the 4 people have been killed. It's a brutal killing, it's a vicious killing, and that 1 perpetrator has already been caught. He has been arrested and he appeared in court and will be appearing in court on Monday again. This sends a message that we need to ensure that any culprit, any criminal that is committing such heinous crimes in terms of mass murders in our province will be caught and he will ultimately be dealt with. So in terms of the community, and speaking earlier to the wife or the partner of one of the deceased, one could feel the pain. And this particular area where we are in today in Tulbagh is part of the Cape Winelands district, which is the 2nd biggest contributor in terms of our GDP. And if you are sending a message out that mass murders are happening within a particular area, it could mean that investment might not come. Hence, we are here today with the South African Police Service, with councils and stakeholders to ensure that we are doing everything in our power to ensure that our communities are safe and culprits will be caught.
Sure. I also want to bring in Brigadier Sonjani. So obviously we are hearing rumors that the perpetrator in this particular case was in the country illegally. So can you confirm to us that, and also other victims in this particular case, what occupation, what were they doing in the country?
Thank you. It would appear that these are farm laborers who have migrated to South Africa to look for job opportunities, and they migrate from one farm to the other, and they landed in Tulbagh as we know it.
And there were also rumors that the perpetrator was some sort of involved in drug dealing. Do we know if that has been confirmed yet?
No, certainly we haven't had that kind of information at this stage. However, the investigation is continuing. To come back to the issue of the status of the suspect, we have received information that he might be an illegal immigrant in South Africa.
And tell us, obviously we're seeing a lot of community members still in shock, especially the family. As I was speaking to the sister of the deceased, she was telling me that this is the first time that they're hearing about such incident in this particular area. Do we know of any previous incidents, especially a shooting of this magnitude?
I should think that this has never taken place in Tulbagh. Tulbagh is more or less a very calm and quiet place, and people and the communities of this area have not experienced this kind of incidents in the past. And it's really shocking, and that is why they began to feel unsafe and require the intervention of the police together with other stakeholders to make sure that this incident of this nature doesn't repeat itself again.
All right. Thank you very much, Brigadier, and also thank you to you, MEC Wamfundo. That was the MEC of Community Safety and Police Oversight in the Western Cape, just talking about some of the work that has been done by the police in ensuring that they bring those who are responsible for this particular shooting into books. We understand that there's another suspect that is expected to be arrested in this particular matter. Do we know how many persons of interest are here, MEC?
There is still one person of interest, and that I have received assurances that SAPS is doing everything in their power to catch the second assailant in this matter.
All right. Thank you very much, Wamfundo. We heard from the MEC that another suspect of interest is sought by police.
All right, at least we see there's progress there. Even the community can at least be heartened by the fact that there is movement. Nobesutu, thank you very much for that update. That's Nobesutu Hejana. Now,